bench points tonight. I think particularly in the first half, I felt like Washington was really overplaying Tucker and Lamar and just sort of not letting those guys get involved. But, Connor, I think he had like 12 points in the first half. Tayton obviously scored a lot. Trent added 10 in the second half. Just how important is it for this team to learn, kind of how, and maybe on a night like this, if they're going to take away, the top two scorers, we can go to other places for our offense?
Yeah, I think it shows just how much gravity Tucker and Lamar have, like how great they are in practice. But we're a deep team, and I think it was great for our confidence to show. We got other guys that can step up, and if they want to play like that, then we're gonna have to have other guys step up every night.
Yeah, 12 points is a high for you this year. Just kind of what clicked there, and between that, I think it was like 9 assists. Just what do you take more pride in this game?
I definitely take more pride in assists because two people are happy from that. Love sharing the ball, but. The way they guarded me and TC, they just kind of helped off us to start the game, and they kind of did similar with Trent, and we were able to step up with confidence and knock down those shots.
Connor, how important was Trent's 10-point burst there off the bench in that second half?
It was awesome. We were all loving it in the locker room after the game. Being a freshman and having that impact in a Big Ten game, this early in the season is really cool, so I'm proud of him.
Connor, I think it was 5 of 6 possessions you had an assist that it ended with. How did that all come to be, like getting on the floor and just being a facilitator for the offense when you needed them?
Yeah. Well, I got guys like Trent make some shots for me. Lamar, Tucker, Tayton, so big guys too. So it's pretty easy for me. I just got to go down there, read the floor, and these guys make those shots look really easy. So it helps me out.
Yeah, Trent, just sort of take us through your mentality, your approach coming off the bench. You obviously, it looks aggressive, but take us through just sort of how you approach it.
Yeah, just stay ready at all times. I know I come in, I got good players around me like Tucker, Lamar, draw a lot of gravity. So just try to get them open and then, do what I do when I can. So, just stay ready at all times.
Connor, you guys had sort of an odd thing here with having 13 days between games. Can you tell us just a little bit about how you guys sort of handled all that time in between and to explain how you guys were so ready to play? You guys were really killing it offensively early.
Yeah, we got to go home for Christmas, so we got the good break there. But I thought we've come really prepared in practice every day. We had some time where we could clean stuff up, and we weren't focusing on preparing for necessarily a team right away, and then got some days to prepare for Washington. So, I think we've been having a great approach, and if we keep that, it'll help us throughout the stretch of the Big Ten season.
Yeah, Connor, more on Trent here, I guess. Where have you seen him grow specifically since, even the summer or just the start of the season? And really, where is kind of the next step for his game to continue to help you guys on both ends of the floor?
Yeah, I think personally he's probably our best cutter on the team, because he's kind of that lob threat and he can get off some of those finishes. And then just his confidence. As a freshman, you don't know kind of where you fit in this new system. So I've seen him really grow into his role, and he makes a big impact on both ends of the floor for us.
Trent, a lot of people talk about freshman seasons kind of wearing down on people as they progress. What has the last 2 weeks been like for you, just from the benefit of having some time off and getting off your legs a little bit?
Yeah, it was good. Obviously we got some good time home, and then came back. Like Connor said, we got some time to ourselves, just work on ourselves, and then got ready for Washington. So, but I think last year kind of helped me being away from home, the grind of the season. So it hasn't been too bad.
I guess for either of you, you guys have talked about particularly the defensive rebounding emphasis. This was one of the best teams in the country in offensive rebounding kind of coming into this game. They only had 8 tonight. You played them pretty much dead even in second chance points. Just what does that say, I guess, about the way you guys, I know you had more time to prepare, but kind of embrace sort of specifics in a game plan and just sort of say, if we're going to clean this up, we're not going to let this kind of thing beat us? Yeah,
that was a huge emphasis for us going into the game. The bigs doing our jobs, trying to drive our guy out, and then I think the guards did a good job, rebounding down tonight. So that was, big thing we focused on, and I think we executed it pretty well tonight.